Vaibhav Sports Today family members. We are now in yet another weekend, but this time there'll only be one double header. That double header will happen on Sunday and it is going to be an action-packed double header. But today is a single header encounter between Kolkata Knight Riders and the Punjab Kings. Very important game for both sides with Kolkata Knight Riders in 6. If they lose this game, they are now staring at the same situation that Sunrisers Hyderabad are in. And if they have to win today, they'll have to really pull out all the stops. Certain teams who came in with a core that won the previous tournament, certain teams that have managed to establish a core have failed. KKR have failed in IPL 2024, so in IPL 2025, so have CSK. But actually, before we begin the actual preview of KKR versus PBKS, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the 14-year-old star who made an instant impact in the game between Rajasthan Royals and Lucknow Super Giants, as well as he showed some glimpses in the game against RCB, he's actually gotten a warning. The warning comes from former India cricketer Virender Sehwag. Virender Sehwag, speaking to one of the channels, he stated that yes, it is important that you do not get carried away by fame of 1-2 games. So what if you are a crorepati? Look at Virat Kohli, look at his work ethic. You have to take in the criticism, you have to also take in all the plaudits that come towards you. You have to maintain that balance. So Virender Sehwag has warned and cautioned Vaibhav Suryavanshi, do not get swayed away by 1-2 games. If you are a crorepati, if you are content with that, then that is where your career will stagnate. So this is the one important thing that Virender Sehwag has stated on Vaibhav Suryavanshi. As far as Vaibhav Suryavanshi is concerned, Rajasthan Royals season is over. CSK are also all but done. So that's why now Vaibhav Suryavanshi will have 5 games to show what he's really made up of. Because if he does well in the next 5 games, you might possibly have an alternative to the future. But what if he doesn't do well in the next 5 games? There is a certain weakness that is creeping up in Vaibhav Suryavanshi's game, and many players and many oppositions will want to exploit that. Can he overcome it? Can he stay mentally strong for all these things? That is something that Vaibhav Suryavanshi will have to understand, that this is very, very important in that sense. Now, as far as the CSK versus SRH game is concerned, nothing much happened yesterday. SRH finally managed to end the jinx. Now, in 2025, the law of averages has caught up with Chennai Super Kings in Chepauk. First loss to RCB after 17 years. First loss to Delhi Capitals after 15 years. First loss to SRH in Chepauk. The law of averages is totally complete in that sense. Now, MS Dhoni has spoken about the batting. He's mentioned that it is a problem for a side if 4 or 5 individuals do not contribute at the same time. So that is why Chennai Super Kings are struggling. If 3 or 4 of the top order batters do not contribute at the same time, any team will struggle. And he said that it is up to the batters to come and assess the situation. You need not score 200 every game. Even if you score 180, even if you score 190, 175 plus, then you can actually ensure that you do well. Chennai Super Kings' main problem has been the batting this year. And whatever way you look at it, you can get in a Deepak Hooda, you can get in a Rahul Tripathi, they have not set the stage on fire. What they truly need is an overhaul of their batting lineup, and there are signs. Javal Brevis is in good form, Ayush Matre is in good form, Sheikh Rashid has the potential. If you get in a Vansh Bedi, Andre Siddharth, then you have a blueprint wherein the youngsters can just go berserk in IPL 2026. Now you're building up a phase where you have to build a settled 11 for the next year's IPL. Will you manage to do that? And MS Dhoni, well, even his magic won't work because Chennai Super Kings really need a root and branch overhaul of the system. So that's why Stephen Fleming in the post-match press conference added that yes, we were a victim. We were a victim of brilliance from Kamindu Mendes. Kamindu Mendes took the catch of IPL 2025 so far. And yes, if Brevis had continued on, maybe 175, 180, Chennai Super Kings could have defended that total. Because as you saw, it did become slightly difficult to bat on as the game progressed. So yes, it was really, really awesome what SRH did yesterday. Kamindu Mendes, Harshal Patel, Pat Cummins 2 for 21. It's truly sensational indeed. Now, KKR versus Punjab Kings. You've seen in 2 games now that they have played. The Mulampur Classic, when you looked at it, 111, KKR bundled out for 95. They managed to defend the lowest total in IPL. But the last encounter that they had at the Eden, 262 was chased. The extreme derby, that is Punjab Kings versus KKR, is a very, very interesting derby indeed. And today, Kolkata Knight Riders face a do-or-die situation. If they lose today, they will join RR and CSK because they can also only get to 16 points and they're the same bracket with SRH also in this case. If they win, they'll get to 8 points. They will still be in with a chance. But there is already a gap between the rest of the troops. DC, GT, RCB, PBKS, LSG and Mumbai Indians. These 6 teams, they have established a gap with the bottom 4. If PBKS win, then they will be in the midst. But if PBKS lose, then it gives a lifeline for the likes of LSG and MI to ensure that they go ahead. But Mumbai Indians and LSG play tomorrow. And one of their progress will be cancelled accordingly. Same with DC versus RCB. If RCB or DC win, their progress also gets cancelled temporarily. So yes, it's looking very, very interesting heading into the weekend. And next week, perhaps by what happens on Sunday, perhaps your top 2 or top 4 might be crystallized. Now, as far as athletics is concerned, there is a very strange development that has come on. In the Federation Cup that is going on, the likes of Gurdevinder Singh and actually looking at all the other competitors, they have reached certain qualification standards for the Asian Championships, but they will still not be going. Because Athletics Federation of India has decided that yes, top 2 finish, irrespective of whatever is the qualification mark that has been set for the Asian Championships, they will be followed. So the Federation Cup gets a lot more importance. Top 2 finish in the Federation Cup, that is the way to the Asian Championships. But apparently none of the athletes knew about it. What is the story all about? I'll be doing a special video on that, so do check that out as well. Now, there are some comments that I will take. Last 2 KKR PBKS games, we saw highest chase and lowest defense. Do you think KKR will release Russell next year? Tough to say whether they will release Andre Russell. But then yes, this year he's not shown any utility whatsoever. He's not finished the games also. Plus, his bowling also has been underwhelming. So we don't know what is the status with Russell. Last year, so many people, Austin Kunas again saying, last year so many people were making fun of RCB after the CSK win that they're celebrating like they won the IPL. But now teams like SRH and CSK are taking inspiration from RCB. Ironic. Yeah, that's how fickle IPL is, my friend. Anything can happen any year. Some days RCB can be an inspiration. Some days they can be a meme. And this year, is it really Isala Cup Namde? Perhaps not. Because if they manage to do well in the league stages, they have got the eliminator or the qualifier travails that they have to look at. Because they have not yet won a final. They have lost a final 3 times. So if you include Champions League, then yes, it's a long saga of struggle for RCB in a sense. Priyanshu, do you think CSK will take a tough call on releasing Ashwin? I think so. But I don't know whether CSK will be tough enough to take the call. Because CSK at this stage in time are really, really wondering what needs to be done. And Austin is like saying, such a cute dog behind you, it's feeling cold. It's actually listening to my live also. And I do get company here occasionally because, as you know, right outside it is absolutely brutally hot in Delhi NCR and it's only going to get worse in the coming weeks. But yes, he is actually in a good space where I am. So yeah, nice situation indeed. Austin Kuna saying, Harshal Patel is so underrated every year. He's up there for the purple cap race with a good economy rate, but no one talks about him for India. He's better than many others. See, Harshal did get a chance, but yes, when he won the purple cap, he was fast-tracked, but then he didn't have an impact. He did have an impact later on. But yes, I think with the bowling attack that you've got, he's now slightly behind in the race. So yes, today is KKR versus PBKS, and the weather is absolutely fine for KKR versus PBKS. But actually, from next week onwards, there is rain predicted in Kolkata, and maybe they want to finish all their home games ahead of the Kal Baisakhi storms that could cause some problems. So yes, Sanket Jaikars, will Ashwin retire from IPL as he did in Aus series? See, you paid 9.75 crores. Next year, if he's not picked and if he has a good Ranji season and TNPL, what do you do with the Ash? So that's the way we're looking at it. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. KKR versus PBKS will be there for the toss, mid innings, and a lengthy post-match discussion. Bye bye.